welcome back. I wanted to give an update on the extras that Dan's Hitch in Elkhart, Indiana installed. Since the truck is a short bed, I could only have a 60-gallon auxiliary tank. Currently, as of March 15th, 2022, diesel's at $5 plus a gallon, so you do the math. An auxiliary tank isn't required, but you really should have one since you can search on your EFS card and find cheaper fuel. We found fuel in Virginia that saved us $1.29 a gallon. Without an auxiliary tank, we would be stopping every 300 miles for fuel. And you're kind of at the mercy of whatever they're charging at that spot. So the tank is a gravity-fed system, and at about a half a tank on the gauge on the truck, I open the valve about a third of the way, and the gauge will stay at about a half a tank and maybe go up a little. Next is the full width stone guard. The company we're leased onto requires this, so check with your recruiter. It is a parachute and lost about 2 miles a gallon, so be aware of it. Some can be removed when you're not hauling an RV, but they tend to rattle because they're attached to the receiver. We went with the permanent mount because, again, with a short bed, it would be a pain to store in the bed when not in use. Next, we have the mud flap behind the rear wheels. It must cover the entire width of the tire, and they can only be about 6 inches off the ground. So Dan's installed these. They were very reasonably priced and highly recommended. The receiver hitch had to be lowered an additional 5 inches since the truck sits higher than the standard truck. The company we're leased onto requires that the ball height be 21 inches from the ground. In the upper left-hand corner of this picture, you'll notice a chrome D-ring. That's where we clip the breakaway cable for the electric brakes, attached with a carbiner. Here we have the DOT required fire extinguisher mounted on the fender well inside the bed. You also see the D-ring that once the fifth wheel hitch is installed, that's where the breakaway cable will go for the fifth wheels. Here's the toolbox mounted at the rear of the bed. Once the tailgate is closed and locked, your tools are secure. In future videos, I'll show what I keep inside the toolbox. We also have a fire extinguisher mounted on the passenger side by the toolbox. We used a mount that another YouTuber by the name of C Farmer recommended. Check out his channel. It has a lot of good information. That's going to wrap up this video. Like, share, subscribe, comment below. Let me know if you have any questions or if there's something that you'd like to see on the channel. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.